Do you want to know the best way to learn Chinese? I'm in Beijing and I'm on the way to an event to speak, and I'm going to do a workshop called Chinese Learning 101, and I'm going to do the best 3 things that you need to do to learn Chinese. Stick around if you need this. My name is Kwadwo. Hi, if you don't know me, I'm the creator here at elementarychinese.com, Elementary Chinese on YouTube, Elementary Chinese on WeChat, teaching you the Chinese you need, the everyday Chinese you need to communicate what you want. My goal is to save you time, so you don't have to learn all this stuff you don't use, but you can learn what you need the most. This is a live stream. Thanks for watching live, and if you're here on the replay, thanks for watching still. If you want more content like this, consider subscribing to my channel. So the best way, hands down, to learn Chinese is to use 3 elements combined, because if you use these 3 elements together, your Chinese will improve. Here's what I mean. You need to first, if you're just tuning in, hey, how's it going? You can ask questions. There'll be live Q&A at the end, but you got to combine 3 things to learn Chinese, no matter if you're in China or in your home country. Thing number 1, got to get a book. You need a book. Choose a book. Go down to the descriptions. If you're on the live stream, it's not here, but the replay to be there. Go down to the descriptions and I have book reviews. Choose one of those books, order it, start learning, okay? That's the first thing. Why do you need a book? For the structure. You gotta have a little grammar, sorry. And I don't even like grammar, but you gotta have a little bit of grammar. You need the structure, and books are really good at conveying lots of knowledge in an organized way. You gotta have a book. Number 2 is you need to choose an online resource, and you had better make it highly interesting, as in it needs to captivate you. You want to love this thing. And now here's what's gonna happen. Because you chose an online resource, say ChinesePod.com, and you're looking at lessons that are at your skill level, some of those words are going to overlap with what you're learning in the book, and that's what you want. I used to teach English as a second language, and there's one thing we learn in language acquisition, that to learn a new vocabulary word, you need about 7 to 23 exposures before that vocabulary word, you own it. So, you're going to get some exposure to vocabulary words in the book and some online, but here's the thing, the books are kind of boring, they take a little more discipline, but the online thing, why I say it needs to be interesting is because you want to stick with it, right? So choose something you love. If that's watching videos on YouTube, do that. If it has to be an app, fine, let it be an app like Duolingo or Hello Talk, you know, or Chinese Skill. Not Hello Talk, that's a different one. But the point is to combine multiple ways to learn so that vocabulary is reinforced, because you get multiple exposures. And the third thing you gotta do, I'm in a cab, by the way, if you're watching live, I'm on the way to speak at an event in Beijing, and it's gonna be great. The third thing you need is practice with a real person. Now, this is the 21st century. You don't actually need a real person, but you had better find a friend on WeChat. If you're in the US or in another country that's not China, go to a local university. I bet there are Chinese students there. Meet one, say hi, introduce yourself, and make a language exchange, right? The goal is to practice. So you're gonna take your highly interesting internet resource or app and the book, and the questions that you have, you write them down, and then when it comes time to have somebody to practice with, you got to ask them those questions. It's all about reinforcement, right? You know? So if you're in China, your real life person can be anyone, because there's Chinese people are everywhere. I'm gonna show you one way. Thanks for watching to almost the end. I'm gonna show you one way to level up your vocabulary. Now, this is a bonus if you're here in China. If you're in the US or another country, then you're meeting Chinese people that can speak your language. But if you're in China, you might have to use some Mandarin to ask. So the phrase you need to say to get more vocabulary words is 这是什么, right? And then you point at something that you want to know the name of. Now, even if you can't use phrases here in China, you can definitely get vocabulary and start to level up your Chinese by pointing at things, okay? So, 这位刚才你要帮我哈，我问这是什么，然后你可以告诉我这个东西的名字吧。I'm just asking the driver to tell me some names and stuff because I'm asking 这是什么 to show you guys. So the first thing we're going to point at is a QR code. 这是什么？
支付宝。
然后这是什么？
支付宝，
这是什么？
这个是支付宝。
So this is Alipay. 这是什么？这是什么？
计价器。
计价器。然后这是什么？
矿泉水。
矿泉水。So just like that, I start to get those names. Now, here's one more thing that you're gonna need. You're gonna need somebody to write it down for you. So make sure you have a Chinese keyboard on your phone, and then you hand your phone to the person and you say 帮我写下来, right? And then you just hand them the phone. Opened to your Note app or Notes if you're on an iPhone, whatever. Hand your phone over and be like 帮我写下来, and then they'll type on the Chinese keyboard and they'll type it there. And then you got to type the English or whatever language you speak natively next to it and just get more vocabulary. But then how do you make sure that that vocab is actually what you needed it to be and what you thought it was? Well, because you have another person, language exchange partner, or an online resource, or maybe even a dictionary. You're going to type that in, you're going to ask that person, and you're going to get it. Those are the 3 ways, and this is the best way to learn Chinese. There is no better way. Of course, you got to practice and speak and talk and stuff like that. Question of the day, how are you learning Chinese? Leave a comment down below, and I want to know. The community needs to know too. You guys are a community, share with each other. If you want another video from me, click or tap the screen like right here. And if you want to know how I pass the HSK, click or tap the screen up there. This is Kwadwo, Elementary Chinese. Good study. Day up. Bye.